Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai Shem Rakakodah. Shalom to the 144,000, the rest of you elect out there. Shalom to you all. I'm going to title this video, which camp do you think uses a PR firm? So I'm going to look up, I put in what is a PR. I put PR firm, or what does a PR firm do? I should have put in, but when I wrote it, the drop down said do, so I clicked on that. AI overview, a PR. So it's in the topic is in the form of a question. A PR firm or public relations firm, that's what the PR stands for, manages a company's public image. This guy is caught up in a scandal. They'll bring out pictures of him when he was a kid and he helped his grandmother. They're making him, the public is against him. And this applies to all politicians. They hurried up and tried to get Kamala in there, and there was people in the back, which, whether it's an actual firm or whether it's actual experts, but there's people that have businesses that are called PR firms. You want to take your business to the next level. You want to take your brand to the next level, all right? By building relationships with the media, crafting positive press coverage, handling crisis situations, and overall ensuring a favorable perception. Perfect example. A perfect example of perception is the MAGA people. They perceive that we got to get rid of Biden and we got to get Trump in there because he ran on the fact that he's going to do this, he's going to do it. He said he's going to build a wall, right? He said he's going to get rid of the migrants. That's not even in the news no more. There's no news on these illegal immigrants, migrants, whatever. There's no news on the building of the wall. He said he's going to lock Hillary Clinton up, and when he became president, he said, I'm not going to lock her. They're good people. And the MAGA people are experiencing buyer's remorse. Look that word up. So you got the current mayor of New York City, which is Eric Adams. He's caught up in a scandal, and a bunch of them, his top brass, they resigned. They'll bring charges or the allegations against them. They have a meeting with the feds, and all of a sudden they will resign. So he doesn't. So you resign because you did something wrong. They got stuff on you, right? So if this whole administration, because that's an administration, the mayoral administration, just like you got the president, the mayor is a president of a city. That's all. So if you got this corruption in your administration, and you're the mayor, you should know it because you're the smartest person on that team. So if I didn't know what was going on, well, guess what? You should be out of here because you're supposed to know what's going on, right? Or did you have some a part of it? Now, there was a deal made, a quid pro quo. You can look that up. That means this for that in late classic Latin. In law, quid pro quo goes back to classic Latin, which means this for that. You do this thing for me, and I'll do that thing for you. President said, I'm going to pardon you. Pardoning somebody doesn't mean that they didn't commit the crime. That means they were just pardoned whether they committed the crime or not. Usually if it's somebody that's guilty of something, they get pardoned. So the first thing Eric Adams did was say, that proves that I didn't do anything wrong. No, it proves that you were pardoned. That's what the fuck it proves. Okay? So his thing is he went to a couple of churches. I got to do the work of the people. Hey, Clinton said the same thing with the what's the chick, the chick in the White House he was dealing with. He said, I never had Monica Lewinsky, right? He said, look, you're getting in the way of me doing the work for the people. That's what they always do, which is favorable perception of the client in the public eye. You got to look good in the public eye. So if you're part of a scandal, it makes you look bad. So don't worry about it. Your PR firm is gonna take care of it. He'll make you look like you good guys. Oh, they said, what does it say? Relationships with the media, crafting positive press coverage. They have these, I'm talking about IUIC, they'll have these press coverages. That was a PR firm. For Jake that got, killed by the cops or whatever. That's not our job. The reason why Jake got killed or hung or whatever is because if there be evil in the city, has the Most High not done it? Amos 3. So it's the Most High. This dude, Yahweh Sab, said we need to exhume the body of the brother. I forget his name. Somebody helped me out. They took his organs out and they said, oh, he got up under carpet, rolled up carpet, and he just died. But then they realized he had organs missing. So, and he was an athlete. They wanted the good organs. That's the best organs to get, by the way, which shows you that we are the Israelites. The best organs you can get is organs from a so-called black person or an Israelite. A lot of these Edomites that have these good organs, they get it from Jake. Okay? They don't want to be Jake, but they want to get they damn sure want to get his organs. When you go to the, see, they can't take your organs by law if you don't, agree to it. Like when you go to the DMV, they'll ask you, and they started doing this some time ago. Are you planning on, do you agree to leave your organs for other? You never sign that shit, because they can have it. Oh, he said he don't mind doing it. Let's kill that motherfucker and take his organs. And it's set up. So Yahweh Sab said we got to exhume the body. Where is that in the scripture? Where did anybody in the scriptures ever say we're gonna dig up the body to do some tests on this guy? That's defiling the dead. That's disrespecting the dead. Hey, go to a cemetery and pee on somebody's grave, and watch how many things happen to your ass. This guy did it. He peed on somebody's grave, and all the spirits came and got him. It says often through strategies like press releases, media pitches, and event planning. That's why, Nate gets invited on these different shows. Because remember, the YouTube, YouTube, which is a platform, you got Rumble. Rumble is big now. I watch Rumble all the time, which a lot of them people that are on Rumble, I have an account on Rumble and Odyssey. These are people that got kicked off of YouTube. So people then followed them to, Rumble formats or platforms like Rumble and Odyssey. Because they let you say what you want to say. Like if you speak about the small hats on the YouTube, they'll take your video down. They might take your site down. They might give you a warning. And so if I put it on Odyssey, they're not going to take it down. Okay, so it says an event planning. You do things to make people want, oh, these guys, you can get a contract to be a singer or a rapper, or you can do this. I got to get with them, and they have parties and they go on cruise ships. We don't do none of that on YouTube, all right? I mean at GMS. It said they aim to influence public opinion. Public opinion. when you take somebody that's wearing regular clothes, you're doing the regular things, and then you take them, you want to big the guy up, you let him wear suits. You might take a photo shoot with women around him. You know, everybody. It's all about perception, reality. You have perception and you have reality, right? About a company or brand. IUIC is a brand, right? Because in order for you to be saved, you got to be a part of IUIC. Now they don't just say it like that, but they kind of put that spirit out there. If you ain't with IUIC, I don't care if you're in another camp. I don't care if you're teaching the truth. You ain't gonna make it if you're not a part of the IUIC. And basically you're gonna go to hell, which they got people believing that there's a hell, right? Brand, and then I believe ISUPK got PR firm that's helping them, people in the background helping them. And when Comfy came on the scene, that whole thing, this is talking about in the early 2000s, they were all professional. They had professional cameras. They had the professional looking videos. You saw Comfy, he would teach and there would be a big block behind him, block letters saying the Comforter. He didn't do all that. It was a PR firm that did that. Brand through strategic communications, right? Key functions of a PR firm: media relations, building. Like I said, we were never invited on no show, and we would never go on no show. We don't have to go on no show, because when you go on the show, this is a guest, we're going to have him on. That doesn't mean that the person that owns that platform is going to become an Israelite, and that doesn't mean the people that watch you are going to become an Israelite. It's just something, who's going to be the next guest next week? All right? It's building your brand, all right? And this is not about a brand. You don't have to be a part of GMS to be delivered. What you have to do is accept Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and teach the truth. And the ultimate thing you can do is become a teacher, all right? It's a building and maintaining relationships with journalists. Or like, for example, you got guys that might get kicked out of GMS. We'll encourage a guy to keep doing the work. You're not in the camp, but keep doing the work. Keep teaching. For whatever reason. And why do we say that? Because you can be delivered. Because it's not about you being you lose your GMS membership, you're going to burn in hell, or you're going to wind up in a lake. No. It's about the truth, all right? Journalists and media outlets to secure positive press coverage. Remember, they had the scandal, and that was all on all over YouTube, and they overcame that by positive press coverage. Oh, they're cleaning the community, doing that. It's a brand name, and they were set up by a PR firm. Now, if somebody says, "Well, prove that," I can't prove that. I can just see it. You can see people do things. You know, a person is a homeless guy. All of a sudden, he becomes the inside of a year, he becomes a super millionaire. You mean to tell me he started working and he worked that, did all that over? No, somebody blessed him. Some person, maybe he found an uncle that loved him. And when his uncle died, he left inheritance to him. He went from being a homeless bum to the richest guy in the community, right? So that's what the PR firm does. They show you how to make money. Reputation management, right? Reputation management, protecting and enhancing a client's public image by addressing negative news and managing crisis. Now, the Joy Morgan thing. Now, I'll say this. IUIC had nothing to do with it. It was a member of IUIC that did it, where they said that this guy was going off and they were going to kick him. They was in the process of kicking him out. They took his rank. But they didn't know he was going to kill somebody. So you can't blame that on the IUIC. Vocab Malone, he'll say something that Israel did. You know, Israelite did this. He was an Israelite. Like it applies to all of us. Like somebody, the incident in Jersey. He shot up something. We don't know the backstory behind that. But what did vocab do? He used a broad brush to paint all Israel. Like we said, brother, when you get a chance, you know, do some no. Come to find out, allegedly, that it was he was a former member of the ICGJC. So guess what? If he was a former member and he bugged out, big deal. Press release writing, drafting, and distributing press releases to announce company news and updates. So they got these extra biblical things, right? Storytelling, developing compelling narratives to promote a client's brand and values. As Nate coming in on the horse on the Passover, that's public relations. He was pushing out a narrative that he's the head guy and the Most High is dealing with him and he's the vicar of the Messiah. And he's a supreme leader, right? Social media management, monitoring and managing a client's social media presence to engage with the public. What does it mean by social media? YouTube is a social media. Rumble is social media. Odyssey is social media. Anything that can reach the public. The best way to the word publish, preach, the word this gospel shall be preached. When you look the word preach up, one of the word synonyms is the word publish. And the word publish the root of publish is public. Publish meaning you giving it to the people, the mass of the people. This gospel shall be preached to the whole world. That's the Israelites and other nations. Event planning, organizing press conferences, industry events, and other activities to generate publicity. And this is what Tazadakia did. He had that bus with his picture on it, and he was going on tour. And that he didn't come up with that. It was this public relation firm that came up with that. Influencer outreach. When you go on YouTube or TikTok or any of these platforms, you're an influencer, right? You're an influencer. When people join these different camps, they're influenced by these certain camps. Influencer outreach. Collaborating with relevant influencers to promote a brand. IUIC is a brand. GMS is a brand too, but we don't push that as you got to. If you're not in GMS, I will say if you're not in GMS, you don't have the 100% truth, but you got affiliates of GMS that teach what we teach. So that means they're not going to make it because they're not a card-carrying member of GMS? No. It says crisis communication, developing strategies to respond to negative publicity or emergencies, right? Public relations PR is an industry or company dedicated to helping business, right? They have a 501c3. Organizations and individuals communicate. PR firms assemble people, research and modern technologies, which is the web, TV, whatever, to help their clients reach new audiences. Remember, Nate said we're not the biggest group, but we plan one day to be the biggest group. But it's not about numbers. It's not about numbers. Was that the Gideon? I'll read that. It says clients reach new audiences and achieve business objectives. Now, these guys have such big numbers that they say, well, we must have the truth because we got big numbers. No. You got big numbers because of a PR firm. Because from 2006 to, let's say, 2012-ish, 13-ish, you guys wasn't moving fast. I think it was 14, 15, 16, 17. Y'all started, Then y'all finally got, I forget the exact year, y'all got the what is it? The tax status. The 501c3 tax status. Now y'all guys don't make contracts with any other nation. You'll base it on Deuteronomy 7, but you're making a contract with Esau. If you get a 501c3, you have to agree to the contract. You have to do certain things to have that status, or you lose that status. What was I gonna do? All right, let me do this. Let me go to Gideon. The story of Gideon in the Bible. Okay, this is the premise of it. This is 300, the original 300, by the way. Let me see. Gideon. Let me do this. Gideon and the 300. In the Bible, Gideon and his 300 men defeated the Midianite army by surrounding the camp at night and making a loud noise. The story is told in Judges chapter 6. That's not how the story went. You know what I'm going to do? Let me go to Judges. Let me go to Judges 6. Judges 6. Israel oppressed by the Midianites. Gideon is visited. The altar of Baal destroyed. Give me a second there. Gideon's 300 chosen men. Let me go right to the point. Confusion of the enemy. So Gideon and the 100 men that were with him came onto the outside of the camp. Right, they flanked them, and what happened to these individuals? Let me go right to the point. Okay, it might be in the 8th chapter. Hadn't went through this in a long time, but I know he had the Most High broke it down to 300 men against a whole army. Okay, so it goes into the 8th chapter. I'm sorry. But anyway, the story goes that the Most High gathered this army for Gideon, and he broke it down to 300 men. It's the original 300. And what happened was the Most High put the spirit on these armies, led by the Midianites, to destroy them, hack themselves. Give me a second. You put in the word sword. Okay, left it all the host of the children of East, for there fell 120,000 men that drew the sword. Let me get to the point here. And Gideon said, therefore the Lord Yahweh have delivered Zebah and Zalmunna into mine hand. Then I will tear your flesh with the thorns of the wilderness and with briars. I just want to get to the point here. But anyway, what happened was the Most High put the spirit on them. He put the spirit on them to kill them. The Most High put the spirit on them to kill themselves. If you read the whole account. So it's not a number thing. We ain't supposed to even count Israel. You're not supposed to count the armies, Israel. When you read the account of David, when David went off, people say, well, you can count the armies. Nope, you can't even count the armies because they're the Most High's armies. Israel's army, David's army was not David's army, was the Most High's army. The missiles. Who can give me a count on the missiles? You can't give me a count on the missiles. How many missiles are going to be used? Between Russia, America, whether America's going to even get one missile off. And the NATO nations and the other nations that possess missiles, like India, you can't even give me the count. Well, the count is 200 million, I'm sorry, in Revelation chapter 9. But anyway, with that, I'm sorry, let me go to this one too. But this is Leviticus 23. You figure you got big numbers in the organization. Well, you got these big numbers, that means you have the truth. No, it does not mean the truth. You have the truth. It just means you got big numbers. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, sons of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahweh. I'm sorry, what did I say? Leviticus. I always say the Exodus. I know Leviticus 23 is the feast. Boom, I went off. Give me a second. Exodus, but I didn't put in Exodus 23. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to do an unrighteous, be an unrighteous witness. This, I was listening to the IUIC Saturday, and one of the brothers, the Haitian Levite brothers, said, them other camps that hate us, they're going to work with the white man and they're going to start killing you guys, which is false witness, man. But then they'll say the same out of the other side of their mouth, keep the laws. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Ain't none of them guys, if Nate does something that they don't agree with, they ain't going to say nothing. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many, to wrestle judgment. Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. If anything, you're supposed to help the poor man. Don't call him a bum. Anyway, that's all I had to say. Shalom on to